Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video I want to share with you the easiest blues guitar hack ever. We're going to use just 2 notes and play through an entire 12-bar blues. So let's get straight into it here. We're going to be in the key of A, and I want you to think about those basic chords in a blues in the key of A. So that's going to be what you call your 1, your 4, and your 5 chord. So for the 1 chord, you could think about this shape here. This is an A7, and I'm playing 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 5. And then for the 4 chord, you could go to this chord here, which would be from the 5th string down, 5, 4, 5, 3. So if we think about those chords, those big chords, within that you have this little figure here. So if you play the A7 and you look at the note on the 4th string and the note on the 3rd string, we just pull those out of the chord, it would look like this. So we would have the 5th fret on the 4th string and then the 6th fret on the 3rd string. Now you could play it with your fingers like this, 1 and 2, but I actually go 1 and 3 here, index and ring. So that's going to be our A7, and then for D7, you actually can just drop it down 1 fret. And this is where this is genius. We can play just these 2 notes and go 1 chord, then 4 chord, then back to 1. Check out what it could sound like over the first 4 bars of the blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. All just using 2 notes. Now we're going to move this through the rest of our 12-bar blues, and I'm going to break down the rhythms. But before we do that, I want to give you a gift right away. Let me ask you, have you ever struggled getting your guitar in tune without a tuner? I know for me, I struggled with this for way too long, and it wasn't until I stumbled across a system that really made things click for me, and I was able to grab a guitar that was out of tune and right away get it in tune with itself. And so what I did was take this method and boil it down to just 5 simple steps. And I wrote them out in my 5-step secret tuning guide method. And you're not going to see this out there anywhere, and I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/tuning and you can download this guide, and after you work with these steps, you're going to be able to grab a guitar and get it in tune right away without a tuner. So I want that for you. Just go to johnmclennan.com/tuning and you can download it right there as my gift to you. So hope you enjoy that. Now with that said, we applied this little 2-note figure over the 1 chord and the 4 chord. Now we have one last chord to apply it to, and that's the 5 chord. Now if you think about this shape that we were playing for D7 and you just shift it up 2 frets, you now have an E7. And so we can play within that chord these 2 notes, which is the same thing as the D7, just now on frets 6 and 7 here. So the A7, or the 1 chord, is played like this. The 4 chord, you drop it down 1 fret, and the 5 chord is up 2 frets from there. Now, as you strum this, you can use what's called a Charleston rhythm, a little syncopation here. We're going to play on the first beat, 1 and 2 and then we'll hit it again on the and of 2. I'm using just down strums here, and I'm also doing some muting here with my fretting hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2 and 3. Then to the 4 chord. Back to the 1 chord. Now I'm going to bring in that new chord, the 5 chord, down to the 4, then back to the 1, and I'll finish with the 5. So it's genius how you can just move so subtly and only play 2 notes, and you've got a great blues pattern, a blues groove. Now this will work by itself. It'll also sound great with a band. If you imagined a bass player was going, and just playing a typical blues bass line behind that, they're playing the root notes and then you're giving them lots of space and you're playing more of those thirds and sevenths. So here's what it sounds like all together with a little backing. I just kind of played that bass line into my looper pedal. A 1, 2, 3, 4. So try that out over your blues progressions, and this will sound great if you want to jam along with backing tracks, you want to play with other musicians, or you want to play along with your favorite recordings at home. So rewind the video, go over any parts that are unclear, and remember, as you work through all of this, if you're playing all the rhythms right and you're playing the notes right, but you're just a little out of tune, that's a bummer. So make sure to grab my 5-step secret tuning method at the first link down below, and this is going to show you just a simple step-by-step guide on how I was able to grab any guitar and get it in tune without a tuner. So just go to johnmcclennan.com/tuning. You can download it right there as my gift to you, so you can always be in tune too. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and for more blues guitar, check out this video next.